Everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm back with the 2014, I believe it is, the Stealth Edition LE RZR 800, and it's missing just about its entire drivetrain. Take a look at our last video. You'll see we pulled that out and put it over on the bench. And today, the goal is to find out what is making all that rod knock noise in the engine. Of course, I gotta separate the transmission and all that stuff. It's gonna be great fun. So I'm reading the service manual, and it sounds like I pretty much just have to take this apart, take the inner clutch housing off, and remove some brackets. And then the engine should separate from the transmission and rear differential. I'm gonna work on it. We'll see how it goes. Got the CVT off. Holy cow. I don't know as if it's been off ever before. I know that crank seals go bad, but I think that's a factory mark on it, so I don't think that's been done. We'll probably do that too since we're in here. Yeah, so I was pulling on this, it wouldn't come through. I had to spray a little PB blaster on it, and then it finally came off the shaft. And then I had a breaker bar on this thing, putting pressure on it. Couldn't get the primary to go off, so again I spritzed it with some PB blaster, let it sit for a minute, and then when I went to hit it again, it practically fell off. There was no resistance and it came right out. So I'm going to remember that little trick for next time if I have one that doesn't want to come off. Just a little spritz right there, and it pops right off. So now I'm looking for some brackets that hold the transmission to the engine. See if I can get these guys split up. Situation update. I've got the bolts out to split the motor and the transmission up top, but there are two underneath, and I can't maneuver this in such a way that I can get those bolts out by myself. So I think Jerry, the owner of this machine, is coming over, and he can help me do that. In the meantime, there's no reason I can't start tearing this down from the top, so I've already pulled the valve cover. Got my first glance inside. So I'm gonna wait for him, and while I do, I hope to work this way. But I just noticed these really weird looking bolts. They're like 12 points. That might be a problem. I don't know, we'll see. Been able to do quite a bit over the last little bit. Rockers, push rods. Finally got the fuel injector off. Injectors. That was a pain. I'd use the Allen key. Head gasket bolts. Those suckers are tight. Holy cow. So the whole head, cylinder, and we've got the pistons. And I'm not 100% positive yet, but pretty sure I can rock it back and forth. I know we can slide them back and forth, but I'm pretty sure I can rock them. So, fairly confident that's where the noise is coming from. I'm going to work on getting these pistons out of here, and I'll be able to check those a little better, see what's going on. Well, we got the two separated. Transmission sitting over there, and the engine. Now we're looking at splitting the two halves so we can get the crank out. Had to send Jerry up, get a wheel puller. That shouldn't rock back and forth, nor should that one. So I'm confident that's what our issue is, where our noise is coming from anyway, so we're just tearing down into it deeper and deeper until we can split these two halves and get the crankshaft out. I got the pistons out. Had to kind of press that one that didn't want to come out. Got all of our lifters, rockers, everything. Looking at the water pump now. It's over there. Cover. Good times. Good times. This is getting to be a pain. I spent a good part of an hour trying to get this pulley off. Had a wheel puller on it and everything. Wouldn't go. So eventually I found that this metal plate goes all the way around. So I just sent these bolts in, tighten them up one at a time. So there's a ton of pressure on there. Then grab the center of this, put it on there, gave it a couple taps with the old hammer, and it finally came off. That's the counterweight gear. Jeez, what a pain. I had to get that off to get these bolts off because this case is going to split right through here. And that bolt is below the split and that one's above the split. Whew, man. Alright, well, I think that's all the stripping down I need to do. And I can start, once I take this plate off, start splitting the case. I would love to get the crankshaft out and have it sitting on the bench by the end of today. I got her! It's apart! Split the case. That part really wasn't too bad. I'd say the hardest part was that darn pulley over there. But look at this. One of the rods, you can really see it now. I mean, it's normal to have some side to side, like that. But I shouldn't be able to rock it back and forth. And you can see the gap becomes uneven. So, that was it. I'm glad we caught it before one of them let loose. And that would have blown a hole right in the side of the case. That would have been bad, bad news. So I'm gonna go write up a big old order, get some parts in here and put it back together. Whew! Well, that was a heck of a project. Thanks for coming along. Appreciate you watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. You can subscribe to our channel right over here. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. 3-day weekend.